Carl! 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 You want some pizza? I'm in Texas. Just watch the video. Okay, so if you wanted to know what that was about, after watching The Walking Dead Season 7 premiere and being so affected by it, as you would have seen in my reaction, and I was glad to see that I wasn't the only one, man, The Walking Dead Season 7 premiere just hit everyone, like, it hit everyone in the soft spot. Some people didn't like it. I don't know why or how that is possible, how it's possible to not like it. It was such a great premiere. For me, I've never cried ever before in a TV show like that. Ever. I kid you not. So, for The Walking Dead to do that, that just made me love the show even more, because I think the Season 7 premiere is the definition of what The Walking Dead is about. But to some people, that's not what The Walking Dead is about, and to some people, The Walking Dead has sucked since Season 2. Now, I will admit it has had its issues, certain things that I did not like, but overall, I think it's a great TV show, and it really hits home for me. But that's not in the case. Okay, shit's falling down. Anyway, but that's not that's not what a certain YouTuber, this guy made a video about the problem with The Walking Dead. I clicked on it knowing what the video was about, like he was talking about its problems, but I didn't think he would go to the extent of saying that the whole thing sucks. The whole thing does not suck, and I think Bobby Burns and certain other people out there that I don't know of aren't really understanding what the show is about, and they aren't getting what makes The Walking Dead The Walking Dead. Now, I'm of course not an expert on The Walking Dead because I only watch the TV show. If I were to be an expert on the show, if I were to be an expert on The Walking Dead, I would be a fan of the comics. I am not a fan of the comics. I haven't even picked up one, I haven't even looked at one. I am just a fan of the show, and that's what I'm most comfortable with. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. What makes The Walking Dead great? Or simply put, like the thumbnail says, The Walking Dead is great. Now, I of course have done similar videos like this. One similar video, The Flash is good. I'm thinking about making this a segment, like talking about my favourite movies or TV shows and saying this so-and-so is great or this so-and-so is good, and just really expressing to you guys why I like the certain things that it is that I like. Okay, so what I will be doing is addressing the issues that Mr. Bobby Burns, who I kind of hate right now, I'm going to be addressing the issues that he mentioned in his video. Okay, so the first issue that he mentioned was okay, so this issue, I can agree with to a certain extent. Yes, for a long time, or for a while, they would find a place to live, place would get attacked, then they would have to leave. Yes, that did happen quite a bit. Let me just quickly state that he mentioned the fact that it was the same formula for 6 seasons. Actually, it wasn't. Near the end of Season 5, they found Alexandria. They found Alexandria, and I'm pretty sure that they've been living there ever since near the end of Season 5. So, to really say that they've been, that same formula, them finding a place to live, it getting attacked, and them leaving, has been happening for 6 seasons is false, because for a full season they've been living in the same place. But let's go back on to the previous seasons before Season 6, where that was, you know, in truth, the formula. But I think it's a formula that worked, because in a post-apocalyptic world, whatever it may be, zombies, aliens, cyborgs like Terminator, movement is life. as Brad Pitt says in World War Z. Yeah, and I would stick by that statement. Movement is life. And in a post-apocalyptic world like that, a zombie herd could attack your place, people could die, or something that's much more scarier is that other living people could try and take over your place, which in reality would happen. There would be groups, there would be individual people everywhere just trying to get a safe haven and trying to find a place to live. And this first thing kind of brings me on to the second one, which is okay. So watching the video, his video, which I watched a couple times, the more I watched it, the more I kind of saw what he was, I don't know, hinting at, or what he was just subconsciously thinking. Like, I could just see it in what he was saying. In season 1, they were in one place, right? Yeah, it had hope. And then at the end of season 1, there was just no hope because, well, the CDC it's gone now. And that's when he started to state that the show got boring and depressing and stuff like that.
Season 2, although it does have its moments, is a boring schlogfest. The characters are trying to find a place to live, they find a place to stay, they live there for a bit, zombies attack, and they have to leave. The amount of safe havens the characters in The Walking Dead have been through is absurd. Now this last season, season 6, looked like it might be turning around for the better. The first few episodes got me kind of excited, but then the show turned around and fell flat on its face. Overall, I think The Walking Dead has been on a very depressing path for a long time, and this episode just solidified it for me.
And that's when it hit me after watching the video like 5 times. It seems to me that the only thing he wants for this show is for everything to be peaceful, everything to be hopeful, everything to be bright and happy, and them to live in one place. I'm sorry, man, but that's not gonna happen in a zombie apocalypse, or any apocalypse. It's not gonna happen, because it's a TV show. It's meant to entertain you. If bad shit doesn't happen, then how is it a good show? I mean, you entertain people by making interesting characters and putting them in really shitty situations. And for The Walking Dead, that happens a lot. That's what makes it entertaining, okay? It's watching them getting out of the shit. Like, I'm not saying I'm opposed to the idea of hope on the show. I'm just saying it can't all be hope. It can't all be peace and happiness. There has to be some bad shit to entertain us for the characters to get through. Now, this third one concerns a certain someone's death. Now, if you haven't seen the season 7 premiere, which I'm pretty sure the entire planet has now with everyone's reaction online, but anyway, if you haven't, and you've been living under a rock, spoiler warning right here, watch it, okay? Watch the season 7 premiere, come back to watch this video if you want. But I'm going to be talking about certain someone's death in 3, 2, 1. Glenn's death. This is a bit of a stretch because, well, yeah, I do actually kind of agree, and it isn't Bobby Burns. Bobby Burns isn't the only one that has said this. There have been multiple people that have said this, that Glenn's fake death somewhere in season 6 ruined his actual death in the season 7 premiere. Now, I honestly, I do see the sense in that. I get that, because why kill a character and then kill a character again? It seems like a bad move. But for me personally, it didn't actually ruin his death, his real death, I mean. It didn't ruin it for me. I think, now, as I said, this is going to be a stretch, but I think his fake death was foreshadowing his real death. Because in the comics, now I haven't read the comics, but I do know this from watching a whole bunch of Walking Dead videos, that Glenn does die in issue 100 of The Walking Dead. The comic books, that is. So, I think that this is what they were planning. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the creators of The Walking Dead planned this all the way back in season 1. I wouldn't be surprised. That's why I guess that his fake death didn't ruin his real death for me, because his real death was emotional on its own, but if you add the fake death in it, in the back of your head you're thinking, he's not going to die. I mean, they already did it, so why would they do it again? And then they turn around and do it for real this time, and you're like, oh shit. I mean, that was my reaction when I first was watching it. But that's just what I thought. And I thought I would mention it in a Walking Dead video. So yeah. Moving on to number 4. Okay, so he states that The Walking Dead's episodes are designed to get you to watch the next episode. I see how that can be frustrating with a show that for you isn't working because, hey, it's your opinion, whatever. But for me, I'm just defending The Walking Dead because I love it, okay? But it's a TV show. I'm pretty sure if you were to look at any show, the episodes are designed with most TV shows, are designed to get you to watch the next episode, because most episodes of most TV shows, with the exceptions like Sherlock, for say, it's a TV show. So to really say that it's a bad thing to get you to watch the next episode, to leave a cliffhanger, to leave things in the current episode to lead you into the next one is a bad thing. Why is it a bad thing? I mean, if the show is entertaining and it's done right, why is it a bad thing? Okay. Oh, number 5. So apparently, nothing of any interest happens in the season 7 premiere. What the fuck are you on? Like, are you on cocaine or something? Are you tripping? I mean, he's such an idiot. Sometimes I just don't get people, okay? Let me break it down as best as I can for you. The season 7 premiere was not... Sorry, scratch that. The season 7 premiere was boring. I just love doing impressions of his voice. Did I also mention that the way Bobby Burns speaks is really dull, boring? I mean, can't you just put some emotion into how he's speaking? I mean, he talks like this. Season 7 was boring. What the fuck? The season 7 premiere did not suck, and I'll tell you why. Now, he said it was depressing. I will agree with that. It was depressing. But that was the point. It was meant to be depressing. What this season 7 premiere was about, it was about watching these characters, these main characters, who have pretty much been on a high since season 6. They've been living life. Life has been good. And Rick has been in charge. And what it was about is season 7 premiere. What it was about it was about breaking down the character, bringing them on their knees, okay? And I can say this for sure, I have never seen these characters ever in the show be on their knees like this. In fact, I very rarely see characters that I love like this be on their knees like that. I mean, it was emotional. So it's not about a bunch of fun stuff happening, hopeful, happy, bright, all that shit. It's about watching these characters who you love so much, who have been living life to the best so far since Negan came along, watching them just being beaten down, put on their knees, just emotionally just broken, gone. And it's not about the story, which it seems to be what Bobby Burns is focusing on. He seems to be focusing on the bright, hopeful, and happy story. But it's really not about that. See, in a world where we've seen just about every story there is, it's not really about story anymore. It's about character. Seeing the characters' reactions and interactions with a situation. It's about seeing them, see what they do next, seeing what happens to them. It's about the characters. So when you say that the season 7 premiere sucked because nothing happened, is complete shit. And I'll tell you what, when he said that, that was the one thing that I got angry at the most. I was like, are you serious? Nothing happened? Glenn fucking died? I mean, what? Nothing happened. Oh yeah, nothing happened. Glenn died. Rick nearly cut his son's hand off. Rick nearly died. Negan came along. But overall, I really don't agree with anything that Bobby Burns said, who I now hate and never really liked him anyway. And no, I'm not expecting him to watch this video, and I'm not expecting this video to get lots of views, or I'm not expecting him to, respond to this video, however. But it's just me sharing my opinion. Anyway, I've been babbling on for too long now. Please go down, like and subscribe to my... Oh, and comment as well. Like and comment down below, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Also, check out the trailer for my latest short film, Principal's Office, up here. Please do go and have a look at that. I want as many people to get on board with this film as possible, because I, of course, am an up-and-coming film director, if you guys did not know that. So, bye!